Adrien Broner has a big fight coming up. And in today's era, usually if a fighter loses a fight, he has to start over and rebuild himself again. Adrien has lost 3 fights recently, and he's still fighting top level. He's still main eventing. Do you know why that is?
Well, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Like if you look back in the olden days when Shory Robinson and all the other guys were fighting, they lose or not, they were still the big name guys. They still had the fights. I don't see a problem if the crowd wants to come out and support and pay money to watch him fight. It's good for him, but he needs to. I think he needs to get back to the basic and do some basic drills, and get his head back into the game, so that he won't keep losing. Because if you're going to do the same thing he did the last fight, he's going to lose again.
Is there any way to get a fighter's head back in the game after the downward spiral?
Yes. Yeah, you could get yourself back in the game. You could get yourself back in the game. You just move away from the environment and go to some place that's gonna get your head right, and you don't gotta worry about all the stuff you normally worry from day to day, and you could get your head back in the game.
Would you recommend, say, switching trainers or just switching the environment?
Look, I'm not big on people switching trainers, but maybe if you need some help, you need to get some help. Get somebody else to come along with your trainer to do some things that maybe your trainer can't do, because not everybody could do everything.
So you would bring in additional coaches and trainers?
Bring in somebody, like early in your training, you bring somebody in for a week or 2, see what the expertise is, see if they could add to what you want, and if it works, then you could keep them on. If it doesn't, then you go back to plan B, stick with your trainer, do what you're doing, instead of running around from one train to the next and then getting lost in the shuffle. It's like, you keep your trainer, but you bring somebody in, make agreement, pay them some kind of money for the work they're going to do. Do like baseball and football and every other thing does.
Why do you think that happens so frequently, that fighters switch trainer and trainer? Like it's almost like a frog jumping from lily pad to lily pad. They go from trainer to trainer to trainer and never really settle down with one.
That's more like insecurity. Those are boxers who are insecure, and they're more insecure. So they always want to blame somebody else for whatever happens. They never want to take responsibility for themselves, and they don't have a mind of their own, so they could see what works and what doesn't work, and when they need help or where they don't need help, and they depend on people who's going to just make rash and crazy decisions and push them around, change here, go over there, do this, and they become puppets. So most of the fighters with strong will and strong mind, Broner Hopkins, Manny Pacquiao, some of the guys, Andre Ward, they stay with the trainer, and that's it. But most, and those are the guys like Felix Trinidad, those are guys who are successful.